So pop off your cover. And now we have to pull this little clip off there. I wonder if I can do it one-handed. Go ahead and pull this nut off. Usually it won't be too tight. It was a 13/16. Now I think we pull these out, the Torx. Those. You could unhook your battery so you don't honk your horn when you're doing this, because that will happen. Okay, so once you get those all out, it's a T20 Torx. There's that little plate back in there. I believe that's for the horn. And now we're going to take our steering wheel puller and thread it into there. Focus. There and there. And yeah. Okay, so this is the setup we have. And I'm just going to make sure that these are tight. Or they don't have to be tight, but they just have to have enough thread in them so you don't ruin anything as you are pulling the steering wheel off. And it's that simple. Okay, so once you get the steering wheel off, you can do a quarter turn on the horn button. You can see it just, you push it in and then turn it counterclockwise. And it pops out, and there's a little spring in there. And then this is the lock plate, and what it does is when the key is in the lock position, it locks the steering wheel from turning, like so. And it's under spring tension, and right in here there is a snap ring. And so what you have to do if you don't have a lock ring puller, there is actually a tool that threads onto the steering shaft, and then it puts tension on this so it holds it like that, and you can pop that off. If you don't have that, you're going to have to push in as hard as you can and try to pop that off, which is what I'm going to try to do now. Okay, so that was way easier than I thought it would be. The snap ring is still on there, but it's not on in the way. There it is. So there's your lock plate. Probably clean that up before I put it back on. And there's your snap ring. And here's the horn button, it looks like. This is what squeaks when you turn your steering wheel, usually, if you have a squeaky steering wheel. And then here is one spring right here. Then it looks like the other spring goes right here, but it's missing. And so that's why my turn signal doesn't cancel. So to install this, it's just as simple as that. So now we're done. Now it's time for reassembly. Well, actually I'm going to take some dielectric grease and re-grease everything before I put it back together. You could replace both springs, but the reason I'm not doing that is because parts are made in China. There's just no getting around that, and you know that spring there, it could last, you know, another 50 years for all I know. Not to say that the new spring wouldn't last that long, it's just I don't know. I'm not going to trust it. GM, all car manufacturers make everything really good to start with, like good qualities of metal and stuff like that, so I'm not going to screw with it. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, so everything's all greased. You can see some on that and on the lock pin, and now I'm going to reinstall everything and we'll be good to go. Boy, that was a job. That's a tough booger to get back on without the proper tool, but it's doable, definitely doable. So now, steering wheel, well, some others, that little horn thing, and then the steering wheel, and we'll be good to go. And that is how you fix a steering turn signal that doesn't turn off. Not bad.